Today we are soaking in another side of life here in Pinellas County as we step inside the Toronto Blue Jays spring training ballpark here in the heart of Dunedin, Florida. Welcome everyone to a very special Paradise in Pinellas episode. Today we are here in downtown Dunedin checking out the Blue Jay Stadium. If you guys love baseball, this is your video. We have an extremely special surprise at the very end of this. We're gonna tour the stadium right now. We're gonna hang out with Eli, who is the broadcaster, and man, we have a very special surprise for you guys right at the end of this. So without further ado, let's jump on in and check out the TD Ballpark. So they have us meet here in the Blue Jays shop, where all the cool things are, like sweatshirts, which definitely could use. We got the kiddos, got to get them all dressed up. I love this Toronto Blue Jay spring training Dunedin shirt here. That is so cool. And you got the basic Blue Jay shirt here. And all the hats for the kiddos. Even these really cool balls too. Paradise in Pinellas, life's a beach, enjoy the ride, Margaritaville. They got the Margaritaville shirts out here. Every day is paradise in Pinellas. Yeah. And then you got all the spring training shirts, almost like a flamingo.
My name is Eli. I'm the broadcaster for the Dunedin Blue Jays. Make sure to come to TD Ballpark for a tour. We've got free tours every day this week until the 13th of February at 10 a.m. All you got to do is come to the Jays shop and we'll take you onto the field, into the clubhouse, and show you TD Ballpark. Also, come to the stadium on February 14th for our Welcome Back Blue Jays event. Open house. We'll have free hot dogs, tons of free giveaways, cool items, and a lot of cool Blue Jays gear you could buy as well.
My name is Eli. I'm going to be your tour guide today. This is going to be my second year with the Blue Jays. I work in a bunch of different roles with the team. For our minor league season, I'm actually the broadcaster for the Dunedin Blue Jays. Also work on our social media and our communications, doing the website, all that kind of stuff, some marketing. And then also I work with our major league communications team during spring training as well. So part of my job is like setting up interviews with our players and staff, printing all the credentials, all the game notes that you see, and getting to work with formerly Buck Martinez, and Dan Schulman as well. So yeah, so Buck just retired, but hopefully he'll be back in a little bit. But got to work with both of them during spring training last year, which was awesome. So yeah, we'll walk you guys around the stadium. We'll head down to the clubhouse, onto the field as well. You can take pictures of anything. We'll go nice and slow, so you guys, if you want to stop, take a picture, feel free to ask absolutely any questions as well. We just do ask that you pardon, there's pressure washing, there's still a lot of construction and stuff being put up and stuff like that. So just, watch your step and just be respectful of there might be people working around the stadium. But that's about it. Feel free to ask any questions. I'll try and tell you guys as much as I can about the stadium, what I do here, Blue Jays history in Dunedin, whatever I can. But yeah, enjoy. The more popular, and in my opinion, the cooler ones are right up here with our two suites. First base suite right up here, third base suite over there, which you can rent out on game days and bring big groups, parties, family. We have our catering that comes up and will help you out. There's menus that you pick from beforehand, and they'll bring up whatever kind of food you want, and those are awesome. Obviously, it's air conditioned inside, so if you want to get out of the heat, or depending on the time of the year, if you want to get into an AC also, but also into the heat. If it's a little cold outside, you can jump up there. And there's bar seating up there, as well as obviously the seats in front as well. So those are a couple of awesome spaces. We'll show you the left field bar, the pavilion, and the WestJet flight deck too. Our broadcast booths over here in our press area, so 3 broadcast booths. The one with the screens down right here is our PA booth, where obviously the PA announcer is. We also have a DJ that is here for all of our games, so when you hear music in between innings, it's a DJ on a literal DJ board, spinning beats. And for big league spring training, actually DJ Jed, who's the DJ up at the Rogers Center, he kind of I don't know exactly how it works on the tech side, the logistics side, but he's on like a FaceTime call where he's watching the game on FaceTime, and his DJ board up in Toronto, wherever he is at the Rogers Center, is plugged into this stadium. So he is from Toronto, making DJ beats in the middle of the game.
Oh, wow.
So that's pretty cool, and that's where all of our scoreboard stuff is run, so everything you see on the scoreboard. And then the press box over here, with the shades down on the right. All 15 home games this year are going to be broadcast on Sportsnet, so there's going to be a whole lot of cameras and wires and production. I think the truck should be getting here from the big production truck that comes from the Rogers Center that Sportsnet has also that parks down the left field line. So that's pretty cool. It's a full production for all of our spring training games. This stadium, there's about 100 games close to that get played here every year. So we've got our spring training, about 15 games this year, and then Dunedin High School plays some games here, a handful of them, and then our minor league team, the Florida State League team, the Class A affiliate of the Blue Jays, play here. They have 66 home games, and then there's also some showcases, some other teams. Sometimes our rookie ball team comes over and plays here on Mondays, which is the off day. So there's close to 100 games that get played here every single year. So this stadium gets a lot of use. And obviously, as you can see, the field looks great. They put 365 days of work into it every year to make sure it looks great, even through the winter. And then when it rains, 50 days in a row during the summer also. 26. So we're gonna have a ton of branding going up throughout the stadium, bunch of different plaques, posters, imagery, and all of our games. There's gonna be some cool in-game entertainment, paying homage to the 50th seasons. And the Blue Jays have been here in Dunedin for all 50 years. Since they started in 1977 as an expansion team. So it's the only team that has been in one location for the entirety of their time as a franchise in spring training, and the same ballpark the longest time. So they've been right here at this spot forever. It got renovated in 2020 to make it look the way it does now. It didn't look like this at all before that. So they put over $180 million between this facility and also our player development complex about 10 minutes away. In total, they put over $180 million into them. And we got to play 21 home games, 21 Blue Jays regular season major league games in 2021 as well, due to the border restrictions right after COVID. So they started the season here and played 21 major league games, and it's because of all the money that they put in to be able to use this ballpark.
Wow.
Yeah.
So was it always the TD Ballpark?
It was like Florida Auto Exchange Stadium for a while. It was called Grant Field to begin. I think it was called just Dunedin Stadium. I believe it wasn't until the renovations, so like 2019, 2020,
gotcha.
that it became TD Ballpark.
Nice.
So this is our left field pavilion over here. This area on game days is absolutely popping with, we'll get the bean bags out, the Connect Four, all your different yard games. Sometimes we'll have like our bouncy houses or those big plastic blow up slides and that kind of stuff for kids. And we also have some of our concession stand setups. So little bars, ice cream, Dippin' Dots, whatever it may be over here for people to hang out, relax, sit in the sun, sit down and eat whatever it is as well. This is our visiting clubhouse. Tons and tons of areas throughout the ballpark. Like I was saying, we're renovated before that 2020 season. The visiting clubhouse was also renovated. It's not nearly as nice as the home clubhouse because we just want the other team to go back home right after the game. So we don't need to see it down there, but it has everything, kitchen, clubhouse, recovery rooms to be able to accommodate the visiting team. We also have our umpires' locker rooms over there as well. And they recently added the female umpire locker rooms as well. Jen Powell, who made her major league debut as the first female umpire this past season, she umped just about all of our big league spring training games last year and umped here in the minor leagues as well. So there's also a batting cage right underneath us, underneath this building, that the visiting team can use. And that's about it for the visiting team. Obviously right here is our neutral bar, our left field bar. This is an area that we rent out for a lot of events. So, you can rent out this area right here. They'll get you a food buffet, all that kind of stuff. But also for plenty of games, we don't rent it out. So you can just come up here. Doesn't matter where in the stadium you have a ticket. If you want to come sit up here right on the bar or stand at one of these tables and get a drink inside, you're more than welcome to do that. For the renovations in 2020, you couldn't walk around the stadium. It was just like billboards of advertising in the outfield. So all this outfield space that you could walk around is completely new. But obviously the scoreboard is awesome. We can put some cool content on there. One of my favorite days of the season is our media day, where obviously we get the players for a few hours to get whatever kind of fun stuff we want, and then we get to play that on the video board during games. So that is a super huge add to the ballpark, and I've been to all of the Florida State League stadiums, and I think our video board is by far the nicest. So, also a huge addition. You also see cameras that are all around the ballpark. So, for example, these are just a couple. You can notice them on top of the facade, the cover on top of the seating bowl as well. There are a few behind home plate. So this was one of the first places that the automatic ball strike system was used, the robot umpire where you can challenge it. 2019 is, I believe, the first time that we used it in the Florida State League. You can challenge a pitch, and then it pops up on the scoreboard like a replay, a 3D animated replay of the pitch, and you can see exactly where it landed in terms of the strike zone, if it was a ball, if it was a strike, and they can correct the call on the field. So pretty cool to see that that's going to be used this year in the major leagues, and it started right here. They kind of use our minor league team as like guinea pigs a little bit during the Florida State League season. So there are a bunch of different rules that we've seen, including now the check swing challenge is one that started last year. So kind of the same thing. If a guy checks his swing, they'll call for a challenge, and we'll see the replay on the video board of exactly how far he went. Like it's a 3D animated replay of his swing, and you can literally see it. It tells you the degrees of the angle. And by how many degrees he swung or did not swing. So those are just a couple of cool things that a lot of these cameras are used for. It's all tracking technology that is well above my pay grade and I know nothing about, but it seems super cool. They also use it, the Blue Jays, player development and the Blue Jays baseball operations team use a lot of the cameras as, slow-mo, different angles, and to be able to scout and watch, have their own in-house video also. Also, obviously, it's pretty unique having a school right here. Sometimes in the morning when the team is taking batting practice or even during games, a guy will really get a hold of one and hit it over this fence and towards the school. And you'll see the kids running after it in the middle of their lunch break. So that's pretty unique as well. The tale goes that in 2021 when the Blue Jays were playing here too, Mike Trout, when they were playing the Angels, Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani played here the first big league game that was played here, and Mike Trout hit a ball off the screen, and then George Springer shortly followed and hit it over that. So that's how the tale goes. But it was also here where Vlad Guerrero had his first three homer game in 2021 during that season. So a lot of cool stuff happened here, and it was the renovations that allowed us to be able to play major league games here. New lights, new everything that were up to standard. So. But any of these tables or any of this bar seating, which is some of my favorite seats in the stadium, obviously easy access to the bar right here. So if you want to switch up a view from your seat wherever it is and just come out here, get a drink and sit at one of these tables, obviously prime home run territory. I think this is a super cool spot to do so. Obviously, we've got a little practice field back here as well. So this is where sometimes guys before the game will get some extra ground balls or work on some base running. I'd like to think that I could hit a few home runs there also. So we also have our 4 batting cages right under this blue building right here. So we have 4 batting cages here, but a lot of the work that the players do is over at our player development complex like I was talking about. So that is where during spring training, our entire organization, from our big league team all the way down to our rookie ball players, that complex over there houses all of them. So that's over 300 players that during spring training are together. And also obviously during the off season, a lot of guys utilize our facility over there as well. So I believe there's 24 batting cages over there. There's something like 20 pitching mounds. They have, different labs where they put all the tech on guys and have all their advanced data and analytics. Obviously a massive, massive weight room. And I believe there's 4 total clubhouses for players as well. So it houses over 300 players. There's 2 different dining rooms, a staff of about a dozen chefs, and kitchen staff that work for the team as well. And that's where all of our mental performance, dietitians, massage therapists, doctors, everyone is over there as well. So usually for our big league spring training games, the guys will just take a bus over here from that facility about an hour before the game, sometimes more if they'll take batting practice here. But over there is where a lot of the work gets done. But during our minor league season, our Florida State League season, the players are here full time. So they use all the facilities here like they're home and are here, early on in the afternoon before the games to kind of get them acclimated for high A Vancouver, AA New Hampshire, AAA Buffalo, and then the big leagues where it's like you're basically living at the field.
Shreya Savage.
Exactly, yeah. Shreya Savage was pitching here in May, climbed all the way up, Vancouver, New Hampshire, Buffalo, and all the way to the big leagues, yeah.
He
is amazing.
I'll show you guys which one was his locker when we go downstairs to the locker room. Yeah, but that was really cool this season. I mean, everyone was following it from day one. You know, we knew he was going to be something special.
Playing single A.
We didn't think so.
World Series pitch.
I heard some rumblings that when he was pitching so well for us, a couple guys made some bets, and there were some conversations in the clubhouse and in our front office, like he might pitch in the big leagues this year. He was that good. But yeah, it was a lot of fun to watch, and we, everyone in our front office was watching every single start that he had at every level. And actually, he made his MLB debut over in Tampa against the Rays when they were at Steinbrenner. So our entire front office here, and a bunch of our coaches, and actually a bunch of our players also, they put us all on a bunch of buses and brought us over to watch his MLB debut. So it was awesome because I got to see him during spring training. I got to see his first minor league game here and him pitch 2 months here. And then they brought us all on a bus over to watch his big league debut.
Oh, very good.
So that was awesome.
We lived just inside of Toronto, and it was cool watching
Yeah.
the whole World Series.
Oh,
Yeah.
It was crazy. It was crazy. A bunch of Canadians here. And it
Oh,
was
yeah.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Oh yeah, we watched every game.
I didn't get to because it was just my first year. I was the rookie, but they brought a lot of our staff up to Toronto. Yeah, most of them. I held down the fort here. We actually had watch parties here for all of the games that were at the Rogers Center. So we had it on the video board. There were over.
Rogers too. On our,
Yeah.
on away
Have
games,
you ever
yeah.
been there, Rogers?
I have not.
No?
I need to get there.
Come visit us.
I know. But trust me, I want.
Tickets are a lot more expensive.
I know.
And during the World Series, it was
Oh, I'm
way
sure.
more.
Yeah.
The 500s was like
Maybe this year.
Yeah, hopefully this year. But yeah, we had like 1,000 people here for the watch. It was awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
Like,
Lawn chair and-
exactly. We had lawn chairs. Everyone was on the outfield grass, and it was really, really special. Even for the 18 inning game, they had a setup in downtown at a park in downtown. They put it on like a projector, and there were still like close to 100 people there, even after at 2 a.m. So the community support was super cool. But it was really cool to like hold down the fort here and see the watch party. It was a lot of fun. We're here watching the starting pitcher getting loose before the games. Got the plyo walls for guys to throw weighted balls against up over here as well. And same thing right here. This is all, you could just first come, first serve, sit right here at these bar tops. Exactly. Right here is our offices. Actually, my office is right over here in the corner, so I have the best office in the world because I can see everything. And it's fun watching like all the kids run around here during batting practice and everything. We also have a family suite over here for players, families to sit in, and then right down here is where we're going. This is all home to our players and staff, the first level. Yeah, so this is obviously our home clubhouse. And this houses our team during spring training. Like I said, they usually just come over on game days. They'll kind of set their stuff down, have a second to relax, or hang out here after the game also. And during the minor league season, when there's, close to 30 guys in here, it can be a madhouse with stuff flying everywhere. But usually, we've got some tables for guys to play cards. We've got ping pong tables as well. So there's always a lot of competition going on. Sometimes guys will come in with their PlayStations and set those up as well. So a bunch of TVs, obviously, it's cool usually when the Blue Jays are on or any of our other minor league teams are on. It's on all these TVs and all the guys are watching it. So, obviously during the minor league season when you've got 66 home games and 132 total games, a lot of time is spent right here. On this first floor, we also have a full-size weight room. We have a cardio room, which has a bunch of ellipticals and stair machines, treadmills, bikes, all that kind of stuff. We have a full athletic training room, which has, tables, massage tables, all that kind of stuff that anything our medical staff needs. A recovery room. There's our coaches' locker room, our coaches' workroom, which is kind of like a big coaches' lounge that the staff works out of that has some couches and TVs and that kind of stuff. We've got our offices for our clubhouse staff, so equipment room, clubhouse manager's office, and then a full-size kitchen as well. Which is where our players eat all their meals in the dining room. And we also have a chef that's with us during our minor league season as well. So the players get taken care of a lot. Just on our minor league staff alone during the summer, we have 2 strength and conditioning coaches, 2 athletic trainers, dietitian, mental performance coach, obviously our chef as well. So, there's a lot of staff that is with us throughout the year, and that's not including the on-field coaches as well. And there's, 6 or 7 of those that are on staff too. So, it is a huge operation, and, the major league team, they travel probably close to 75, maybe more people with them when they're on the road throughout the big league season. So it is a massive operation to be able to keep a major league team together and all the intricacies and the ins and outs that happen throughout the course of the season. I mean, even just like the jersey, our clubhouse stuff does such a great job with even the jerseys. If a guy's pants get ripped, you'd be surprised how many players walk or get ready to walk out onto the field and forget their belts. Sometimes you do forget that they're, young 20-something-year-olds. So exactly, they are kids. So there's a lot that goes into to getting a player uniformed, fed, healthy, and onto the field every single day. So the Blue Jays have done an absolutely amazing job with all the renovations. This is another area that was renovated before 2020. Like I said, over $180 million between this facility and our player development complex, which is a huge investment in player development, especially because, as we're seeing in baseball, a free agent could cost you $500, $600, $700, $800 million. And Trey Savage is on his rookie contract for 6 seasons. So obviously it's a business. Sports is a business, and you save a lot of money by investing in younger players, bringing them up through your organization. Obviously there's so many benefits to that, and you don't have to go out and sign guys as free agents. So a lot of resources being put into this level, which is super cool to see. Last year, so that's pretty basic and simplified. But that's exactly what gets posted throughout the clubhouse in the minor leagues and the major leagues. You see meeting times, when guys have their cages, when guys have their lifts, all that kind of stuff, the lineup, what jerseys they're wearing. So usually there's a lot more information with if there's a first pitch being thrown out or national anthem or that kind of stuff. And obviously if there's a lot more weightlifting groups and stuff that goes on. That was just a day game to end the season last year. But that's exactly what our big league team uses too. So that's exactly how, Vlad Guerrero Jr. finds out he's in the lineup and what batting practice group he's in.
Thanks.
After the games.
Full-time crew just taking care of the grass?
Yeah, full-time crew. I mean, you can see them over there. They put a lot of work in.
Yeah, I want to work here. I'm Canadian, so I can't.
A lot of people joke their retirement dream job is just grounds. I'm on everything's sore from all the raking.
I'd love to do just spring training down here. And then go home. We have to go home. We can't spend 365 days here in the States. So.
Go to PNC.
I went there last September.
And San Fran too.
I'm at 22 of 30.
Wow.
22 parks. My dad.
Event. Free hot dogs. You can come out of the stadium, walk around. The outfield is going to be open to just roam around, walk around, hang, have a catch. There's going to be a ton of cool vendors, food vendors. Obviously, the free hot dogs. Jay's shop is going to be open, and then we're also going to have a really cool garage sale where there's going to be a ton of different game use stuff.
Where's the garage sale?
It's going to be in the media room over here. So just walk. Try and get here as soon as you can because the stuff sells out pretty quick. It's $5, $10, $15 old shirts, jerseys, whatever it may be. Okay. So you just got to walk in right over here from the main entrance up the line here to this. I'll show you guys when we walk out, the media room over here. Okay. Parade. You can just come hang out. And there's a lot of really cool giveaways too. So we'll have a giveaway table where you can get shirts, jersey, a lot of our giveaway items from the past couple of years. Okay. So.
And that was February 14th?
Yep, that's February 14th. I believe it's noon to 3.
Noon to 3.
If you want to get to the garage sale, get here at noon.
Get the good stuff.
Be in line at 11:30.
So we've got those picnic tables that are usually spread out that you can go sit in, catch some shade, and obviously our vendors, pretzels, Dippin' Dots, frozen lemonade. This is the Budweiser bar over here.
It was part of the tour, right? When you just
See, they got the chain. They're all locked down. They're all locked in. Home plate, third base, which have your more traditional beers, tenders, dogs, all that kind of stuff.
Poutine was invented in Canada.
It's a Canadian specialty.
Or poutine.
Poutine.
I bought it last year from.
Season stuff going up pretty shortly here.
Thanks for watching all the way to the end. We have something super special for you guys that this man right here, who is the group sales and community specialist, Charles, has something to tell you.
Yep, how's it going, everybody? So we're going to be doing a giveaway for all of the Paradise and Pinellas subscribers, so make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you share it with your folks. We're going to be giving away a spring training ticket voucher. This ticket voucher is going to be good for 4 tickets to any non-premium Toronto Blue Jays spring training game. We're also going to be giving away, with that ticket voucher, some of these awesome Toronto Blue Jays hats.
Those hats are awesome.
We also have in here, in our locker here, we have a nice Dunedin Blue Jays Hawaiian shirt that we're going to be giving away as well.
Nothing says Paradise and Pinellas more than Blue Jays and Pinellas, right?
And a specialty item here, a Joey Votto bobblehead, Dunedin Blue Jays bobblehead. Joey Votto is going to be in the Hall of Fame, so you're definitely going to want to get your hands on this one.
Oh yeah, for sure. And in order to win this, guys, you have to comment below. Let us know what game you want to attend here at the Blue Jays Stadium here in TD Ballpark. All right, you guys have until February 20th, right?
Yep, Friday, February 20th. First game will be on Saturday, February the 21st. So we hope to see you at TD Ballpark here in Dunedin very soon.